Hannah's heart ached. She longed for a child, but year after year her womb remained empty. It was a heavy burden to bear. In her culture, children were a sign of God's blessing. Hannah felt the weight of her barrenness deeply. Adding to her pain was Peninnah. She was Hannah's rival, Elkanah's other wife. Peninnah had children, and she taunted Hannah mercilessly. Hannah endured these cruel jabs year after year. Each year, Elkanah took his family to worship at Shiloh. Each year, Hannah's pain intensified. She would weep and refuse to eat. Elkanah, her husband, would try to comfort her. "Hannah, why are you so sad?" he would ask. "Am I not more to you than 10 sons?" But Hannah's grief was overwhelming. She desperately desired a child. One year at Shiloh, Hannah reached her breaking point. She couldn't bear the pain any longer. She rose from her place and walked towards the tabernacle. Her heart was heavy, her steps determined. This year would be different. This year Hannah would pour out her soul to God. Hannah entered the tabernacle and approached the altar. She stood before God, her heart overflowing with anguish. Tears streamed down her face as she began to pray. Her lips moved silently, but her heart cried out to God. She poured out her soul to Him, sharing her deepest longing for a child. Hannah's prayer was not filled with eloquent words. It was raw, honest, and desperate. She pleaded with God for a son. Hannah made a solemn vow to God. "O Lord Almighty," she cried, "if you will only look upon your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life." Hannah's vow was a testament to her faith. She surrendered her deepest desire to God's will. Her prayer was a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of faith in the face of despair. As Hannah wept and prayed, Eli watched her. He was the high priest, old and nearing the end of his life. He saw Hannah's swaying figure, her tear-stained face, and heard her mumbled words. Eli jumped to a conclusion. "How long will you stay drunk?" he questioned. "Put away your wine." Eli's words stung. Hannah was far from drunk. She was pouring out her heart to God. Hannah turned to Eli, her eyes filled with tears. "I am a woman who is deeply troubled," she explained. "I have not been drinking wine or beer. I was pouring out my soul to the Lord." Hannah's response was respectful, yet firm. She corrected Eli's misunderstanding and revealed the depth of her despair. Eli, realizing his mistake, softened his tone. He spoke a blessing over Hannah. "Go in peace," he said, "and may the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." With those words, Hannah felt a weight lift from her shoulders. Hannah left the tabernacle that day a changed woman. Her burden remained, yes, but so did Eli's blessing. Her heart was filled with hope. She clung to the belief that God had heard her prayer. Hannah returned home with Elkanah, her spirit lighter than it had been in years. Months later, Hannah's prayers were answered. She conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, which means God has heard. Hannah's heart overflowed with gratitude. She had kept her promise to God. This child, Samuel, was a gift, a testament to God's faithfulness. When the time came, Hannah brought Samuel back to Shiloh. She presented him to Eli, dedicating Samuel to a life of service to God. Hannah's story, etched in the ancient texts, continues to inspire. It reminds us that God sees, God hears, and God answers our prayers. Even in the deepest despair, hope remains. For the God who heard Hannah's cries still listens to ours today.